Hello everybody, just a short video to show you the latest development from Alpa simulation. We created the Alpa weather control. You probably heard about it or saw that it's now on Sim Market. I just wanna present this short video to show you exactly how to use it, how to where to find the information if you need the instruction support, and how can you use it whether you have a home cockpit or not at all. So first of all, you when you install the program, the default location will be in C drive, and it will create a folder called Alpa. And if you go there, you find all the program installed. Now here you will find the installation instruction. So for those of you that need to read how to perform the installation on the tablet or anything like that, you can always look at here, but it's pretty simple and I'll show you here. It creates an icon on the desktop, which is this one. If you want, if you click the icon, the first thing it will ask you is obviously it will show here that it's not license. You have to scroll down, and there is on the bottom there will be a section where you can put the information for the license. Once it's activated, then obviously it will be licensed, and this is for testing, of course, and at the moment we are at version 1.1.0. Now it's pretty simple. Let's suppose we have our flight simulator. So let me just move the window. Okay, so we are here in Heathrow, just for testing purpose, and as you can see, it's clear sky. There is no wind whatsoever. So let me zoom out a little bit. Let's suppose you're flying on your desktop and you wanna control the weather. Now, currently, if you wanna control the weather, you have to go here and you have to press this one, and he goes here, and then you need to select the weather and create all these and things like that. You don't need to do that anymore because with my program it will be very simple. So if you open the program, it connects directly to ActiveSky, so you need to have ActiveSky running on the background. At the moment, as you can see, we have ActiveSky here. Now let's suppose I want a little bit of clouds. I don't like clear sky, so let's put few clouds. You just click once, it takes pretty much 5 seconds, and after that the weather will change directly as asked by you, as you can see. Again, at the moment, when you click clouds, it takes the QNH from ActiveSky and the wind, which is the standard wind. Let's suppose we want to have only the clouds, we don't want to have wind. Over here, if we put it doesn't matter, it's 0, but if we say we want 0 wind, and surface only, you can select either you want 0 wind on the surface or also on all altitude. Let's suppose I want only a surface, then apply wind, and as you can see, it changed to 0. So now you maintain the same clouds system, but we have 0 wind. Why is this useful? Because let's suppose you let's say, do you want scatter cloud? Okay, let's change a little bit. So scatter cloud, they give you a little bit of different cloud system, as you can see. I'm gonna pin it so this doesn't disappear anymore. Every time I click here, it doesn't disappear. So let's suppose I see what the weather looks like. So we have 140 to 6 knots. Let's make a little bit more interesting. So I want to keep 140, and I put it there. I want to maybe put a little bit more wind, so let's make a 15 knots of wind, and I'm gonna put some gusts. So I'm gonna put 25 knots of gust, and I'm gonna keep a surface only, so I apply the wind gust. Again, it takes literally 5 seconds. Now what you will see here, you will see that this one is gonna change according to the wind and gust that you provided. Now we are at if I remember, this is 09 what is it? Yeah, it's eTrove 09 left, and obviously we put crosswind. Now let's say that we are taking off this way, so we want headwind, so we are gonna have some wind coming from 90 degrees, so let's change that to 090. We still maintain the same speed and gust. You will see the windsock is gonna change. There you go. So things like that. Let's suppose you want to change, for example, let's add some rain, heavy rains with, well, heavy rains, that's it. Depending also on the type of weather, it may take a little bit longer, so the 5 seconds is not really specific, realistic. It is pretty much there, but sometimes it takes 10 seconds, so forth. Depends really your connection with active sky. Now, as you can see, I put heavy rain and the weather change, and because of that we also have a little bit of different wind and gust, but again we can change. So let's suppose that I want the same as before. This time I want for all altitudes. Now the difference between surface only and altitudes is the surface will give you this wind and gust up to about 3000 feet, and then it will start to go to different local or zero. If you put all altitudes, it will basically give you the same everywhere you go. This is very useful if you're flying, for example, 20,000 feet and you want to have some wind, so you select all altitudes and it give you that. Okay, so we got it. Now let's put clear sky again, and suddenly magically all this is gonna disappear. What else? This is if you want to obviously fly on your computer, so this is very useful. You can pin it, you can move around, it doesn't disrupt your flight simulators, it doesn't take away frame per second. It's basically running in the background, but it's a very tiny program. And then you can also make it smaller, you can make it bigger as much as you want. So for example, if you put it this, you can have into two. Typically my son, for example, he flies and he put it like this, so he can control the weather there in terms of clouds, and then the wind and gust and turbulence. This one, of course, you can only see this while you're flying. You can choose between light, moderate, and severe, and it does shake the planes left and right. So keep in mind that obviously the limitations are to do with active sky and Microsoft Flight Simulator, whether 2020 2024. Okay, for those of you that home cockpit instead, obviously they will not need this, so they can use this directly on a tablet. You can actually use this also if you fly on the desktop, but let me show you how it works on a tablet. Okay, so we are entering the cockpit. You can have a tablet each side, and by the way, the good things about this program is that it can work simultaneously and two or more tablets at the same time. So the first thing you want to go is to go to your in this case I'm using an iPad, so I go to Safari. Now the address that you need to put is, it will be https:// oops, sorry. You need to insert your IP address. In this case, this is my IP address. 3000, that's the port the program talks with Active Sky, and then / UI.html. You need to put this address once, because then what you can do, if you put, I believe is plus no, sorry, I think it's this one. Yeah, so if you click the button there, and then you can put add to home screen. So if you click that as well, what happens is that you create yourself an app. So I have here all the app that I use for my flight simulator. we have SimBrief, we have ProSim and so forth, and I have Alpa weather, so I can just click there and it goes straight into my program. So if I need to change the weather, I go here and then I can go out and select ProSim or flight control or send tension and so forth. So, and it works exactly the same as you saw. This is obviously a better view because from one side you have all the weather and the information, on the other side you have the wind and gust and the turbulence. So again, let's suppose we want to put rain, so let's put heavy rain like we did before. Oops. Oh. Okay, sorry, it's difficult to maintain the camera and press that. And again, as you can see outside, it should turn soon to heavy rain. There you go. So it changed automatically. Sorry, from the camera, I don't know if you can see very good, but that's heavy rain. Now let's go for something even more dramatic. So if we go to cat, and let's go cat 3B. So I press cat 3B, and in about 5 seconds this should be pretty much almost zero visibility. And there you go. So we barely, if I turn off the light, we barely see just the runway light. Then if we don't like it, we can go back to clear sky again, and magically everything disappear. And again, you can control the wind and the turbulence. Now the only other things to show you is live weather. Now live weather provide the live weather at the station where you are. So if I press live, you will see a little bit longer timer, and this is not because of the connection, but it's because Active Sky is now connected to live. Is downloading all the metadata, the tough data, and all the other stuff that needs to download. And typically it does take, depending where you are, but it takes between 30 seconds and 1 minute. So by the time this is done, it should be already active. So I don't know in Heathrow today what the live weather is, but it should be pretty not. I mean, it was raining here and I'm about 1 hour away from Heathrow, so we'll see. But guys, this how it works. Of course, you can use the one side and the other side as long as you don't press the button at the same times. And it's very useful for changing the weather during your flight. I hope this was useful, and thank you very much. The latest version is version 1.10. and obviously we'll try to make this program even better as we progress through all the different feedback that we receive from customer. We try to get all the feedback as possible, and we try to implement the program as well. Thank you very much. Bye bye, until the next.